Have you ever had a moment so powerful that you can still feel it 25 years later? Not just remember it, I mean actually feel it. I can think of two in particular. The weight of the Game Boy in your hands, the crinkle of that foil booster pack, the pure electricity in your veins when you saw your first holographic Charizard. Yeah, that moment. Gen Z might stream it, Gen Alpha might unbox it, but for us, for the 90s kids, this was magic. This was Pokemon. Let's rewind to the late 90s. Before smartphones, before TikTok, before open world meant anything more than your backyard, it was a time when Saturday mornings were sacred. Your mom's minivan was the Pokemon transport vehicle and Toys R Us was the promised land. And then it happened. Out of nowhere came a game with weird creatures, a yellow electric mouse, and a theme song that made you feel invincible. Okay, let's not do that. You know the rest. And we believed it. Pokemon wasn't just a game. It was a calling. But before the anime blew up, before the movie made us cry over Pikachu, it started with one little gray brick, the original Nintendo Game Boy. And for those of us lucky enough to get our hands on Pokemon Red or Blue, that cartridge might as well have been a portal to another world. The first time you turned it on, the pixelated intro, that 8-bit music, Professor Oak's iconic intro. It wasn't about graphics. It wasn't about frame rate. It was about immersion. We weren't just playing a game. We were the trainer. And then came the cards. If the Game Boy wasn't the gateway, the trading cards were the obsession. You remember the first time you saw them, don't you? Holographic, shiny, mysterious. Your friends talking about it at recess. That first booster pack. Man, you didn't just open it. You ceremonially cracked it open. You smelled it. You peeled back the wrapper slowly like you were unlocking treasure from another dimension. 5 cards in, you saw something shine. 6 cards in, your heart was racing. And then boom! A holographic Hitmonchan, or maybe a Nidoking, or if you were one of those chosen few, a Charizard. It didn't matter if it was worth $1 or $100. At that moment, it was priceless. And the sound, remember the crinkle of the wrapper. That's a sound that triggers more dopamine than any notification ever will. But here's the thing, it wasn't just about cards or the game. It was about belonging. Pokemon gave us a world we could explore when the real one didn't always make sense. It was trading during lunch, battling on the school bus, drawing your own Pokemon because you believed your design could make it into the next generation. It was simpler. And it was ours. People say Gen Z and Alpha have their own version, and yeah, they do, but they'll never know what it was like to see Pokemon for the first time with zero context. No spoilers, no leaks, no YouTubers unboxing cases of packs, just you, your allowance, and the hope that the clerk at KB Toys had one last pack behind the register. They won't know what it felt like to blow into the Game Boy cartridge because it just didn't work. They won't understand missing your bus stop because you were too busy grinding through Viridian Forest. They won't know the real agony of your batteries dying mid-Elite Four with no save option. And that's okay, because this was our thing. And yet somehow, it's still with us. You can be 32 working a 9-to-5 juggling bills, stress, and reality, but one whiff of a vintage booster pack, one startup chime from the Game Boy Color, and you're 9 years old again. Suddenly your only problem in the world is whether to teach Pikachu Thunderbolt or Swift. And that feeling, that flash of wonder, that's what Pokemon gave us and continues to give us. It's not just nostalgia, it's a memory that lives on because it matters. And when we share it with our kids or stream our openings on YouTube, or we build our collection from eBay finds, we're not just collectors, we're time travelers. Because let's face it, no app, no update, no AAA title will ever recapture what it felt like to open your very first Pokemon pack, or start your journey in Pallet Town for the first time. And Generation X, well, they had Nirvana, they had Blockbuster, but they didn't have this. So to everyone who was there, to the kids who traded a holographic Machamp for a Butterfree and didn't regret it, for the ones that stayed up late by the glow of the street light, to the trainers who still remember their original 6. This video is for you, because we'll never feel anything quite like that first time again. But if you close your eyes, maybe, just maybe, you can hear the rustle of the foil pack and feel the magic all over again. Like, comment, and subscribe for more Pokemon memories. And tell us in the comments, what was the first card you ever pulled, or your first Pokemon team? I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next live or the next episode. Peace.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. It's time to hit the button already. Do it now. What do you think, I'm dancing for free here?